Him and Tyler Vache lead him in off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air, and Zach Madrid with a great jump. Outside of row number 2, he moves into the second spot pretty easily before they got into turn number 1. Now he's going to battle Beau Partey for the top spot. They go 3 wide behind Madrid now for that third position. It's Vache up top, Hetrick in the middle, George Franzman down low. Now it's going to be Franzman and Hetrick duking out for the third spot. Vache is going to lose that spot. Now getting pressure from Hannah Miller in the I-25. Franzman and Hetrick still continue side by side for the third spot as Partey led Zach Madrid at the line for the opening lap. Now trying to hold off that 7M of Madrid as Franzman and Hetrick still side by side. Miller and Vache side by side as well. That's a battle for 5th. Now Franzman's going to file over the tire tracks of Aaron Hetrick into turn number 1. Going to break ranks though. Look to the inside of the 44 machine of Hetrick as they work their way off at turn number 2. It's still Hetrick right now in that 44, that purple entry. Holding off the orange number 41 of Franzman. The Franzman chassis, first chassis George has built in-house here in the 2021 season. Picked up a couple of wins earlier on during the Winter Challenge down the road in Lake Pleasant. Right now, here he is showing the way, or right now, here he is trying to get that third spot away from Hetrick as they go side by side once again off of turn number 2. Franzman to the inside. He'll take over that third spot, move Hetrick back to 4th as Hannah Miller trying to work over Z28 of Vache. Vache now looks to the inside of Hetrick who has issues on the 44. Trouble for the 44 of Aaron Hetrick. He'll pull his car off the racetrack into the pits. So Hetrick has issues in the 4th spot. They'll move Vache up to 4th, Miller to 5th, followed by Henderson in 6th. 7th right now, the 19 of Tim Doyle. It's still Partey leading Zach Madrid, but Madrid is putting the pressure on the 75C of Partey now off of turn number 2. Partey still has that top spot as Madrid going to arc his car all the way up tops of the racetrack in turn number 3, all the way down to the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Pulls about a car length behind the 75C of Partey. Into turn number 1 they go once again. Madrid to the inside of Partey, can't quite catch him as Partey now still with a car length advantage over Madrid into turn number 3. Partey and his car drifts up the racetrack. Got a little loose off of turn number 4 as the white flag flies. Here comes Madrid now the inside of him. Madrid about lost at that time. Car started to push up the racetrack. Here goes Partey though. He'll take the top spot back and will hang on to about a car length and a half advantage. One last chance for the kid, Zach Madrid. As Partey's having issues getting off of turn number 4 once more. He will lead him to the checkered flag though, followed by Zach Madrid. George Franzman comes home in 3rd. Hannah Miller will be scored in 4th. 5th will be Michael Henderson in 7th. In 6th will be Tim Doyle. So it looks like we got a late entry of the 8 of Drew Costa out there on track as well. So we go green here for 8 laps. See the field kind of go single file before they get to turn number 1. We'll see if we'll call it back. Yes, we will. As the green will fly once again. A lot better start that time out of the 28 and 43 of Carpenter. As Center and Carpenter, they're going to go door banging into turn number 1. Jacob Nelson, he's going to look to the outside of them. They almost go 4 wide. Nelson to the outside out of Williston, North Dakota. He'll take the top spot down the back straightaway going into 3. The 10J, that pink and white entry off of turn number 4 will lead lap number 1. That is Jacob Nelson out of Williston, North Dakota. This will be Brody Center in 2nd, followed by Carpenter, Gill, and Drew Costa. Now late entry here tonight. Had to tag the tail of his heat race. Look to the inside, Kenny Gill for 4th. Then appeared to be off power just a little bit there. The number 8 machine is Georgie Franzman. Tries to work by him. That's battle for 5th on the racetrack. He has 2 cars going side by side ahead of him for 3rd. It's Gill and Carpenter. Now move Georgie Franzman into the mix. He goes the outside of Kenny Gill, the number 19G. Now to the outside of the 43C of Carpenter off of turn number 2. Franzman and Carpenter still side by side for the 3rd spot. Give it to Georgie Franzman now in the 41 JR. He'll clear Carpenter off at turn number 4. Has a sight set on Brody Center in the 28. Brody Center back with us racing in the IMCA stock car class here in 2021. Just looking to get some luck turn around for him here early in the season. Right now running in 2nd. He's got to feel good about that, even though the 10J of Jacob Nelson's getting smaller and smaller out his front windshield. Nelson is on a rail. Chinny has checked out as Drew Costa and Kenny Gill do battle for the 5th spot. They work their way past the stripes side by side. Costa down low, Kenny Gill the 19 up top. A little bit of dust down there in turn number 1. Drew Costa knocked up on the racetrack. So he falls back to the 5th spot as Georgie now starting to close in on the 28 of Brody Center. They work into turn number 1. Center has the advantage. They both Work the top side. Now Franzman's going to look to the inside off of turn number 2. He has a run on him down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Still side by side drag, racing through 3 and 4. Center with the advantage off of turn number 4. Can he hang on to it? Yes, he will. At the line, Brody Center still in second as Georgie Franzman now looks to the outside of Center. Going to diamond off turn number 2. Trying to get a run on Center once again. Side by side once more. Center up top. Georgie down to the inside as the white flag flies for Nelson. They stay side by side for second off of turn number 4. Franzman down low. Center up top as the yellow flag will fly for the 15 of Dennis Losing. He comes down the racetrack. Balgat into your race leader. They go green. We're underway once again as Jacob Nelson drives away from Brody Center. Has his hands full now with Franzman. Franzman to the outside of Center as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Nelson is going to drive off away from this battle for second as Franzman still clear Center. He's up top. Looks like he'll do it in a 3. Here comes Center fighting back to the inside. Off of turn number 4, Franzman washed up the racetrack. Now moves Center back in the inside of him as the white flag flies for Nelson. We'll stay on this battle for second. Center with a slide job on Franzman. Franzman fights back to the inside now. Kenny Gill coming in your picture as well. Jacob Nelson with a 10-car length advantage off of turn number 4. He'll win this heat race, but Brody Center back to the inside of Franzman. They make contact. Hang on to it. Franzman comes home in second, Center in third, followed by Gill and Costa. Your top 5.